30 minutes, 39 minutes, give or take, you come back inside of the bar because they only have a camera on the bar area.
Right,
That's
okay.
where all their money's at. That's what
Right.
they're focused on. You come inside about 39 minutes, give or take. You're visiting with some friends, chit-chatting, whatever, and you come back up to the bar. There's another guy there, I think the one you were describing earlier, your friend, and you're sitting there, and you can see that you still have the same drink, but it's empty because with the way the light is, you can see that there's very, very little left in there. You ultimately sit that down, and whether, there's no audio. So whether
Right.
you order it or your friend order it, what I
Right.
did notice, because I looked at the videos too, that I noticed that you didn't pay for this one, so it kind of made me think that that guy or one of your friends
Right.
ordered it, because the first one you quickly
Exactly.
paid.
Exactly.
So the bartender sits the drink down in front of you, and a few minutes go by, you're still visiting and talking, and you ultimately take that drink, you take a couple sips, and then you leave with the drink. You don't hand it to your friends. You're actually sitting there dancing a little bit and things of that nature. So, and then you leave. Now you're never seen on video again from the bar area. And later on, obviously, you know the rest of the story when you call the police and or your friends. I'm sorry, not the police, but you ultimately call your friends. So when we looked at the video, Detective Carr did, and I did. I looked at his report. I looked at the video. You can clearly see the video both times. You can see the bartender make it. You can see the bartender sitting on the counter. You can see that nobody besides you and the bartender ever touched it, ever went near it, ever put anything in it. And the only person to touch it other than the bartender was you.
Okay.
Now that doesn't mean, you go off camera, but right then and there, what we can see, like, what you were thinking, Marvin, if that's his true name, he
Right.
never touched it. Literally, he's there
Right.
the whole time. And then when you leave, he actually stays there for a long time. He's got that seat where he was sitting at. He stays there even way after you're gone the second time. After you come back and get your drink and he leaves, he's there for a lot longer. He ultimately leaves, but long after you've already gone out of camera on after you get the second drink. And so when you look at that and you look at nobody's touched your drink, there's no evidence
Right.
to support that anybody put it in there, because if we would see somebody, whether it be Marvin or somebody else, they would have to put something in there. And there's no evidence of that. You were seen leaving with the glass, you come back with the same glass, and you're seen leaving with the glass, and no one ever touched your drink. And that's the reason why Detective Kirk didn't see any evidence to support that part of somebody putting the fentanyl or some sort of drug in there, obviously.
Right,
There was
right.
no evidence. And that's what we use, the actual physical evidence. Does that mean the effects happened? You even put in your statement, you haven't drank in a while. So I know you told us a little bit that you drink, you do that a lot, but you put in your statement
No, I didn't
that
tell
had
you.
been a while that since you've been drinking.
I didn't tell you that I do it a lot. That's not what I said. I said that, yes, I do drink. At that time, it had been a while.
Okay.
Since I drink, whatever a while is for that time. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
But anyway, and alcohol affects everybody different. Everybody in this room, alcohol affects a lot. How much you weigh, how much you've eaten, if you're sick a little bit, how long it's been since you've been drinking. All those factors play a part. How strong the drink is. The bartender, you can just see her. She doesn't use shot glasses. She literally just sits there and pours it. In fact, sometimes she does this and goes back and shakes it and gives you more. And you got to think you used a solo cup. That solo cup is almost 100% full of liquor, with a little dash of Coke and a little dash of thing. That whole thing is liquor. So you're talking about, the equivalent at least 5 drinks in 30 minutes.
I understand.
So it's a lot of liquor, and it affects us all very, very differently. I never drink. I'm the chief. If I had a drink right now, a glass of wine, I would feel it, because I haven't drank. I'm diabetic. I rarely drink it. So if I had a Long Island iced tea, I would be.
So, and this is just me talking.